Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of today. I'm your host, Sharifa Muhammad MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. September 16th operations highlight the methodical application of attrition combined with strategic interdiction. Ukrainian forces lost over 1,400 personnel and critical assets, including Western-provided M777 and Paladin artillery, counter-battery radars, and EW stations. These losses degrade Ukraine's ability to conduct coordinated fires, sustain logistics, or effectively contest Russian maneuver. Precision strikes against logistics hubs and fuel bases tied to Western supply chains show a shift toward deep interdiction, undermining both immediate battlefield sustainment and long-term force regeneration. Air defense again proved decisive, neutralizing over 350 drones and preventing disruption of Russian operations.
Welcome to Frontline Updates, the podcast that brings you in-depth insights into military operations from those leading them on the ground. Today, we're joined by Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer monitoring critical missions on the progress of the special military operation as of today. Colonel Oguntoye, thank you for being with us.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Colonel, let's begin in the North Sector, Sumy and Kharkiv. What happened there on September 16?
In the north, our forces struck Ukrainian mechanized brigades, an assault regiment, and a border detachment across settlements like Pavlovka, Alexivka, Stepno, and Unikovka in Sumy. At the same time, mechanized and motorized infantry were engaged at Plosko and Volchansk in Kharkiv. This sector saw about 185 enemy casualties, with the destruction of a U.S.-supplied M777 howitzer, multiple vehicles, and crucially, 2 counter-battery radar stations. These radars are central to Ukrainian artillery survivability. Without them, their guns cannot effectively track or respond to our fires. By removing those radars and destroying 6 material depots, we are degrading both their defensive posture and their ability to sustain firepower in this region.
And what does that mean operationally?
Operationally, the North Sector serves as both a shield and a feeder. Ukraine uses it to defend Kharkiv and to stage reinforcements for other fronts. By attriting brigades here and disrupting their logistics, we are forcing them to commit resources to defense rather than reinforcement, shaping the battle beyond this immediate sector.
Moving to the West Sector, this was another heavy day of fighting. What progress did your forces make there?
The West Group improved tactical positions across Kupiansk, Nechvolodovka, Bogoslavka, Borovskaya Andriivka, Gorokhovatka, and Yampol. Ukrainian formations lost around 230 personnel, 29 vehicles, and artillery systems, alongside the destruction of 5 electronic warfare stations and 4 ammunition depots. This is a classic case of attrition coupled with enabler suppression. When we neutralize EW nodes, we rob Ukraine of drone coordination, battlefield communications, and their ability to jam or intercept ours. When those systems fall silent, our forces gain freedom of maneuver and precision. The elimination of depots compounds that advantage, leaving their brigades undersupplied and increasingly reactive.
Let's turn to the South Sector in Donetsk. I understand U.S.-made equipment was destroyed here?
Yes. The South Group pressed forward around Seversk, Droshkovka, Konstantinovka, and Minkovka. Ukrainian forces lost about 260 personnel, 5 armored vehicles, and 4 artillery pieces. Among those was a U.S.-made Paladin self-propelled howitzer. The destruction of such systems is more than symbolic. It directly reduces Ukraine's capacity to deliver precision, sustained fires. Alongside this, we eliminated an EW station, a counter-battery radar, and 3 depots. This fits into a broader pattern. By stripping away their artillery survivability and precision systems, we ensure our own advances can proceed with less risk of disruption.
The Center Sector appears to have been especially intense. Can you break that down?
The Center Sector is where the attritional pressure is greatest. On September 16th, our forces pressed into Artemovka, Rodinskoye, Dmitrov, and Krasnoarmysk, engaging a wide array of Ukrainian units, mechanized, airborne, ranger, marine, assault, and territorial brigades. They suffered about 445 casualties in a single day. While equipment losses were lighter here, the significance lies in the scale of personnel attrition. These brigades are among Ukraine's most experienced and resilient. Every day we erode their strength, their cohesion declines. That creates fissures in their defensive belts, which we can then exploit for deeper penetration.
Now let's move east. The East Group advanced deeper into Zaporizhzhia and Dnipropetrovsk. What happened there?
Yes, the East Group continued its push into settlements such as Chervono, Dorozhnyanka, and Novogradorovka in Zaporizhzhia, as well as Velikomikhailovka and Alexiivka in Dnipropetrovsk. Ukrainian losses exceeded 255 personnel, along with vehicles and armored assets. This axis is about creating pressure on the heart of Ukraine's defensive network. By advancing here, we are not only capturing territory but also forcing Ukraine to stretch its reserves, cover wider fronts, and accept a pace of attrition it cannot sustain. Every kilometer gained here increases the strain on their already fragile command and control.
Finally, what can you tell us about the Dnipro sector, which spans Zaporizhzhia, Kherson, and Dnipropetrovsk?
The Dnipro Group engaged mechanized, mountain assault, and coastal defense brigades near Magdalenovka, Stepnogorsk, Burgunka, Antonovka, and Belozerka. Losses were about 60 personnel, 8 cars, and 1 artillery piece. But the key achievement was the destruction of 4 EW stations and 4 depots. The Dnipro Group plays a supporting but vital role. Even when casualty counts are smaller, the targeting of enablers, EW nodes, and logistics depots creates ripple effects across the Ukrainian defensive system. It ensures their ability to coordinate across multiple fronts continues to erode.
Beyond the sectors, what role did strategic fires and air defense play?
Strategic fires targeted a fuel base, a logistics hub tied to Western-supply, UAV launch and storage sites, and 153 Ukrainian staging points. These are not tactical strikes, they are operational-level moves that weaken the sustainment of the entire Ukrainian war effort. Air defense intercepted 357 drones in a single day. That figure alone demonstrates the scale of Ukrainian reliance on UAVs and our ability to nullify it. By neutralizing these threats, we preserve freedom of action for our forces and deny Ukraine one of its last remaining asymmetrical tools.
Colonel, as we close, what are the larger tactical and strategic implications of the September 16th operations?
The larger picture is that Ukraine is being steadily stripped of both manpower and the systems that make modern combat possible. NATO-supplied artillery and counter-battery radars, EW nodes, depots, all of these are being destroyed at a rate they cannot replace. At the same time, our tactical advances, especially in Donetsk and Zaporizhzhia, demonstrate that attrition is translating into positional control. We are not simply grinding down forces, we are shaping conditions for breakthroughs. Strategically, Ukraine's ability to coordinate a cohesive defense is collapsing. Each day brings them closer to systemic degradation. We retain the initiative, the momentum, and the freedom to dictate the terms of this campaign.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you for the opportunity. I want to emphasize that.
This has been Frontline Updates. Subscribe for daily military briefings and in-depth strategic analysis. Visit our platform for maps, transcripts, and exclusive Frontline updates from commanders in theater.